Did you know that 71% of singles admit to stalking someone's Instagram before deciding whether to go on a date with them? Yeah, before they ever hear your voice, shake your hand, or even respond to your first message. They're already deep diving into your digital life, and what they see could make or break your chances without you even knowing it. We're not just talking about followers and likes here, we're talking about first impressions in the 21st century. Your Instagram profile has basically become your new dating resume, a curated highlight reel that women will scroll through to decide whether you're confident, stylish, social, and emotionally aware. Or, let's be honest, just another guy flexing in front of rented cars and protein shakes. In fact, a recent study showed that over 80% of Gen Z and millennial women consider a man's social media presence as very important when evaluating long-term dating potential. That means your grid isn't just a place to drop gym selfies or the occasional brunch pic. It's a mirror of your lifestyle, mindset, and value as a potential partner. So let me ask you, what story is your Instagram telling about you right now? Is it attracting high-quality women or silently sabotaging your chances? In today's video, we're diving deep into the impact of your Instagram game on your dating life, how to use it to your advantage, what mistakes are turning women off instantly, and the proven ways to upgrade your profile so it works for you, not against you. If you're serious about elevating your dating game, it's time to look beyond pickup lines and into your digital presence. Because in the world of modern dating, your Instagram might be the first impression she never forgets. Let's break it down. In today's world, dating doesn't just begin with a smile at a bar or a clever line on a dating app. It often starts with a profile check on Instagram. Before you even say hello, there's a good chance she's already scrolled through your last 9 posts, checked out your stories, and maybe even made a judgment call about whether you're date-worthy, all within seconds. Instagram has become a digital portfolio, a curated reflection of who you are, or at least who you appear to be. And whether you realize it or not, your Instagram game is either working for you or against you in the dating world. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about knowing how to authentically present your lifestyle, interests, and confidence in a way that draws people in instead of pushing them away. This shift in how we connect has completely transformed the dating landscape. In the past, first impressions were formed in person. Now, they're formed online, often long before you even know someone is interested. And if your digital first impression doesn't hit the right notes, you might not get a shot at a second one. In this video, we're going to break it all down. What women are really looking at when they check out your Instagram. The most common mistakes guys make with their profiles. How to create an Instagram that attracts high-quality women without looking try-hard or fake. Real examples and strategies to level up your digital presence starting today. So if you've ever wondered why your DMs are dry, your matches are lukewarm, or your dates are few and far between, your Instagram could be the silent deal breaker. Stick around, hit that like button, and subscribe to the Gentleman's Guide to Dating, where we turn insight into confidence and confidence into connection. So let's get into what really happens when a woman lands on your Instagram profile. It's not just a casual scroll. She's analyzing. Within seconds, she's picking up on subtle cues, your confidence, your lifestyle, your level of emotional maturity, and most importantly, your authenticity. Here's what she's really looking at. Your profile picture. Is it high quality? Does it show your face clearly? Are you smiling, confident, and approachable? Or is it a blurry gym mirror selfie with half your head cut off? This is the cover of your story. If it doesn't look good, she's not flipping the page. Your top 6 to 9 posts. These are your highlights. She's asking herself, does this guy have a life? Is he social? Does he travel? Does he look happy and grounded? Is he surrounded by friends or always alone? You don't need to fake a luxury lifestyle, but you do need to tell a compelling visual story. Your vibe. Are you posting motivational quotes like a crypto bro? All shirtless gym pics? Is your feed cluttered, negative, or full of inside jokes no one gets? Or does it show depth, interests, style, balance, and personality? Now let's talk about the mistakes. Too many thirst traps. You think you're showing off. She sees insecurity, inconsistency, or no content at all. A ghost profile screams disinterest or poor social awareness. Too much flexing. Leaning too hard into materialism or status can be a turnoff. Women want confidence, not compensation. So how do you flip the script? Start by creating balance. Post a mix of lifestyle content, photos doing things you actually enjoy, a day hike, a well-lit coffee shop shot, a snapshot at a dinner with friends. Tell a story that shows your life is already full and she'd only add to it. Use captions that show insight, humor, or thoughtfulness, not just emojis or one-liners. And don't underestimate Instagram stories. They give you a chance to be spontaneous, real, and engaging without the pressure of curating. We'll walk through specific examples later in this video, but here's the key takeaway. Women don't want perfect. They want real, but real with presence, purpose, and pride. And yes, you can absolutely build that without looking like you're trying too hard. Here's the truth bomb no one talks about. Instagram doesn't just shape attraction. It can shape your entire relationship. What starts as a scroll to get to know you can quickly become a silent comparison game, not just for her, but for you too. In a world driven by likes, followers, and filtered perfection, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking your value is tied to your image. You start curating, tweaking, obsessing, trying to present the most polished, highlight reel version of yourself. And that's when it starts to backfire. Because when your Instagram becomes a performance instead of a reflection of who you really are, you attract people who are into the act, not the man behind it. Let's be real. The pressure is real for women too. They're constantly bombarded with influencer content, relationship reels, and perfect couple posts that paint an unrealistic picture of love. And guess what? You might be unintentionally contributing to that narrative by trying to keep up, by posing in luxury settings you don't care about, showing off things instead of sharing moments, or worse, copying influencer trends thinking that's what will get you noticed. But here's the twist. The more curated your profile becomes, the harder it is for someone to connect with the real you. That's why so many relationships that start online fall apart offline. There's a disconnect between the persona and the person. Women want connection, not competition. They want real intimacy, not digital performance. So when your Instagram is aligned with who you truly are, your values, your interests, your life, it becomes a filter for quality. You stop attracting people who want image and start attracting women who resonate with your substance. It's not about being flashy. It's about being intentional. And that intention is what builds trust, respect, and long-term interest. This is your turning point. Do you want to impress the masses, or do you want to connect with the kind of woman who's genuinely right for you? Instagram isn't just a platform, it's a window. And the question is, what are you really letting people see? So what happens after the initial attraction, when the relationship begins, but Instagram is still part of the picture? Here's where reality kicks in. Many couples struggle with the constant pressure to look good online, even when things aren't perfect behind the scenes. Arguments can start over something as simple as not posting each other enough, liking someone else's photo, or sharing too much or too little about your private life. It becomes a balancing act between authentic connection and digital validation. Some couples overcompensate, putting up a facade of the perfect relationship while privately feeling distant or dissatisfied. Others go the opposite direction, refusing to engage on social media at all, thinking that will protect the relationship, but ultimately creating mystery or even suspicion. The truth? Neither extreme is sustainable. The couples that thrive are the ones who establish a shared understanding. They talk openly about boundaries, what's okay to share, what's not, how they'll handle attention from others, and what Instagram means in the context of their relationship. You see, When both people are aligned in their values and intentions, social media becomes a tool, not a threat. It's a place to share memories, celebrate each other, and express appreciation, not to prove anything to anyone. And here's the lesson most men overlook. It starts with you. If your Instagram sets the tone of realness and respect, it creates space for the same kind of connection in your dating life. If you're performing, you'll attract performers. If you're grounded, you'll attract someone who values depth. So as your relationship grows, remember, social media doesn't define your bond. It should reflect it. The better you get at mastering your digital presence with clarity and confidence, the less pressure you'll feel to perform, and the more naturally you'll attract someone who sees the real you, both online and off. Let's bring this home. We've covered a lot today, and if there's one big takeaway from all of this, it's this. Your Instagram isn't just a feed. It's a reflection of how you live, what you value, and how confidently you carry yourself in a digital world that thrives on appearances. In the age of swipes, stories, and reels, it's easy to get lost in the pressure to be impressive. But the truth is, impressive doesn't equal attractive, not if it lacks substance. Women aren't looking for perfection. They're looking for presence. They're not analyzing how expensive your vacation looked. They're trying to feel who you are through what you share. So let's break down the essentials. First impressions happen fast. Your Instagram profile might be her first look into your world. Make it count. Avoid the common traps, over-curating, over-flexing, or under-posting. These extremes send the wrong message. Focus on balance. Share moments that matter to you, not what you think will get likes. Use your captions and stories to show personality and emotional awareness, not just surface-level content. Once you're in a relationship, prioritize communication over assumption. Discuss boundaries and expectations so social media doesn't become a silent wedge. But most importantly, be real. Authenticity is magnetic. Confidence isn't about being flashy, it's about being comfortable in who you are, online and offline. The men who win in modern dating are the ones who understand that their Instagram isn't a performance stage. It's a mirror, one that should reflect a life you're proud of, a mindset that's steady, a character that's attractive not just for what it shows, but for what it stands for. If this resonated with you, don't just close the video and move on. Audit your Instagram. Take ownership of your digital presence. Upgrade it to match the man you're becoming. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the Gentleman's Guide to Dating, and drop a comment below. What's one thing you're going to change about your Instagram starting today? Because remember, in the dating world, perception isn't everything, but it's the beginning. Let's make sure yours is working for you.